made a historic change in the justice system. 3 new criminal laws were implemented. New laws replaced the British-era laws. RBI took a big step, joint project Nexus. It will give a new shape to the Indian digital economy. World Drug Report 2024 released. There has been a worrying increase in drug consumption globally. Cannabis became the most used drug. Ladakh has achieved full functional literacy. The Union Territory has become the first such administrative unit to achieve this feat. Project Ullas is a program run by the Government of India. India's first leopard safari park launched. Wildlife tourism gets a new boost. Safari Park is in Bannerghatta Biological Park. Recently, 3 new criminal laws were implemented in India. These laws are effective from 1st July 2024. These new laws include the Bharatiya Nyay Sanhita 2023, Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita 2023 and Bharatiya Sakshya Adhiniyam 2023. It is noteworthy that these new laws have replaced the British-era Indian Penal Code 1860, Code of Criminal Procedure 1973 and Indian Evidence Act 1872. Let us tell you that Bharatiya Nyay Sanhita 2023 has replaced the Indian Penal Code 1860. However, most of the sections of the IPC have been retained in it. The section 377 of the IPC has been repealed. Under the new criminal law, there are some new provisions. For example, provision of imprisonment up to 10 years in the case of false promise of marriage and life imprisonment in the case of mob lynching. Also, a provision of imprisonment of 3 years in case of snatching. Some new and innovative types of punishment like community service have been included. Terrorism also has been included in the category of crime. Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita 2023 has replaced the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973. The period of police custody has been increased from 15 days to 90 days. It makes forensic investigation mandatory for crimes having a punishment of 7 years or more. In such cases, forensic experts will visit the crime scenes to collect forensic evidence. The new law provides for summons through electronic means, mandatory videography of crime scenes, online registration of police complaints, and zero FIR. Bharatiya Sakshya Adhiniyam 2023 has replaced the Indian Evidence Act 1872. The definition of document has been revised under this law. Electronic and digital records have been included and recognized as primary evidence. Secondary evidence has also been expanded to include additional categories like oral confession, written submissions, etc. The requirement of a conventional statement has also been amended. Recently, the Reserve Bank of India or RBI has joined Project Nexus, a multilateral international initiative to enable instant cross-border retail payments by interlinking domestic fast payment systems or FPS. India's Unified Payments Interface and Fast Payment Systems of Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore and Thailand will be interlinked through Nexus. Let us tell you that Project Nexus is a multilateral international initiative which enables instant cross-border retail payments by connecting domestic fast payment systems. It aims to increase cross-border payments by connecting several domestic fast payment systems globally. It aims to connect the 4 fast payment systems of Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore and Thailand with India's Unified Payments Interface or UPI. They will be founding members or first mover countries of this platform. This platform provides a standardized single connection solution through which transactions can be done without interruption across the border. In such a situation, this platform is likely to be expanded to more countries by the year 2026. Project Nexus was conceptualized by the innovation hub of BIS, that is Bank for International Settlements. Let us inform you that BIS, that is Bank for International Settlements, is an international financial institution. It is owned by central banks of member nations. It is one of the oldest global financial institutions established in 1930. It works under the supervision of international law. Its primary goal is to promote international monetary and financial cooperation by acting as a bank for central banks. Its headquarters is in Basel, Switzerland. Recently, DRDO, that is Defense Research and Development Organization, has started preliminary studies for Project 76. Under this project, studies will be done on the design and development of indigenous conventional submarines. However, the process of purchasing new submarines will continue under Project 75I. Let us tell you that the objective of Project 76 is to build a new advanced type of submarine. It will use equipment and technology made in India like weapons, missiles, combat management systems, sonar, communications, electronic warfare suits, mast and periscopes. It aims to enhance India's submarine manufacturing capacity, also reducing dependency on foreign suppliers. Let us inform you that Project 75I is also known as Project 75 India. This is an important project of the Indian Navy. Its objective was to build and acquire 6 new diesel-electric attack submarines. The submarines to be built under this project will include advanced technologies such as air-independent propulsion technology, which will enable the submarines to stay underwater for 2 weeks. Apart from this, the submarines will also have features like ISR technology, Special Operations Force, anti-ship warfare, and land attack capability. This project is a successor of Project 75, under which 6 Kalvari-class submarines were built. These submarines were built by Mazgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited in Mumbai in collaboration with the Naval Group of France. Under this project, INS Kalvari, INS Khanderi, INS Karanj, and INS Vela have already been commissioned between 2017 and 2021. Recently, the 5th submarine, INS Wagir, was inducted into the Navy, while the 6th submarine, INS Wagshir, is in the trial phase. Recently, India's largest leopard safari park was inaugurated in Banner Ghatta Biological Park. This biological park is in Bengaluru, Karnataka. The leopard safari park is spread over about 20 hectares. It has a rough terrain with rocky formations and some deciduous forest. It is currently home to 8 leopards. Let us tell you that in 2002, a part of the Banner Ghatta National Park was converted into the Banner Ghatta Biological Park. This park is unique in a way that it has a safari park center with a zoo, butterfly enclosure, aquarium, and snake house. It is also an animal rescue center. It rescues wild animals who are trapped in circuses. It is noteworthy that Banner Ghatta National Park is a popular national park. It was established in the year 1971. It was given the status of a national park in 1974. It is spread over an area of about 104 square kilometers. A large number of rare and endangered animals such as tigers, lions, bison, leopards, and wild boars are found here. At the same time, this national park serves as an important corridor for elephants moving between the Eastern Ghats and the Western Ghats. The vegetation found here includes dry deciduous scrub forest, southern tropical dry deciduous forest, and southern tropical mixed forest. It is also noteworthy that Bandipur Tiger Reserve and National Park, Nagarhole Tiger Reserve, Mudumalai National Park, and Kudremukh National Park are also located in Karnataka. Let us inform you that leopard is one of the species of big cats. Its scientific name is Panthera pardus. It is mainly found in Africa and Asia. It is categorized as near threatened in the IUCN Red List. Recently, South African scientists have injected radioactive material into live rhinoceros horns. This strategy is part of Project Rhizotope. The radioisotopes injected in the horns can be detected through radiation detectors at airports, ports, and border posts, which will prevent the smuggling of rhinoceros horns and curb the poaching of rhinos. Let us tell you that the project Rhizotope was commenced in the year 2021. It aims to detect smuggled rhino horns at various checkpoints like airports, ports, and border posts. It makes horns useless and poisonous for human consumption. Recently, under this project, 2 small radioactive chips have been embedded into the horns of 20 rhinos at Wits University, Johannesburg, in which a low amount of radioactive material has been injected into the horns without any harm to the animal or the environment, and it can easily be detected by sensors. The radioactive material on the horn can remain for 5 years, rendering it useless for poachers and consumers. It is noteworthy that most of the rhinoceros are found in South Africa. Currently, rhinos are facing the problem of poaching due to the huge demand for rhino horns in Asian countries. Rhino horns are used in traditional medicine in countries like China. Let us inform you that 5 species of rhinoceros are found worldwide. These include white and black rhinoceros in Africa, large one-horned rhinos in India, Javan and Sumatra rhinoceros in Asia. The white rhinoceros is mainly found in South Africa. It is noteworthy that World Rhino Day is celebrated to raise awareness about rhino conservation. This day is observed on 22nd September every year. India has also started Project Rhino for the conservation of large one-horned rhinoceros. The purpose of this project is to save the rhino species from extinction. Recently, the central government has approved Rs 56 crore for the next phase of the conservation of the Great Indian Bustard and Lesser Florican. Under this scheme, housing development, in situ conservation and construction of protected breeding centers are to be built and release the birds in captivity. However, recently the National Campa Executive Committee recommended the proposal of the Wildlife Institute of India to extend the project from 2024 to 2033. This project includes 2 components. The first component is the construction of the conservation and breeding center at Ramdevra in Jaisalmer and the development of a dedicated hatchery facility for the Sorsan Lesser Florican. The second component is the development of in situ conservation centers for Great Indian Bustard in Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Let us tell you that the Great Indian Bustard is a terrestrial bird. It is the largest of the 4 bustard species found in India. The 3 other species are McQueen's bustard, Lesser Florican and Bengal Florican. It is considered the main bird species of the grassland. It is also an indicator of the health of the ecosystem. It is listed in Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972 and Appendix 1 of CITES. It is also categorized as critically endangered in the IUCN Red List. At the same time, a recovery and rescue program is being run by the Government of India to preserve this species. Let us inform you that the Lesser Florican is the smallest bird of the bustard family. It is locally known as Kharmor in Gujarat and Khar Titar in Rajasthan. This bird is commonly found in Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and some parts of Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra and Karnataka. Recently, the Union Territory of Ladakh has achieved full functional literacy. It has achieved this feat under the Project Ullas New India Literacy Program. This achievement demonstrates the basic literacy and numeracy of Ladakh. It also demonstrates the commitment to strengthen its citizens through important life skills for all. Let us tell you that Ullas stands for Understanding of Lifelong Learning for All in the Society. Project Ullas is the popular name of the New India Literacy Program. It is a centrally sponsored scheme which is in line with the recommendations of the National Education Policy 2020. It has been launched by the Government of India for a period of 5 years from 2022 to 2027. This scheme has 5 components that are basic literacy and numeracy, important life skills, basic education, vocational skills and continuing education. Its objective is to empower all adults aged 15 years and above who could not get proper schooling, also connecting them with the mainstream of society. It helps learners acquire reading, writing, and arithmetic skills as well as encourages lifelong learning. Apart from this, learners are also being promoted in regional languages through the Diksha portal and Ullas mobile app. Let us tell you that Diksha, that is Digital Infrastructure for Knowledge Sharing, is a national platform for school education. It is an initiative of the National Council of Educational Research and Training under the Ministry of Education, Government of India. It was started in 2017. It has been adopted by almost all the states, union territories, central autonomous bodies and boards of India, including CBSE. Recently, UNODC, that is United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, released the World Drug Report 2024. According to this report, there has been an alarming increase in global drug abuse, where the worldwide number of drug abusers has increased to 292 million in the year 2022, which is an increase of 20% compared to the last decade. At the same time, the report also found that the most used drug is cannabis. Other most used drugs are opioids, amphetamines, cocaine, and ecstasy. The report also highlights that only 1 out of the 11 people suffering from drug abuse disorders gets treatment. The statistics show that about 64 million people suffer from such disorders. It is noteworthy that women too face high risk due to drug abuse. In the case of women, only 1 out of 18 women suffering from drug-related disorders gets treatment, whereas in the case of men, only 1 out of 7 gets treatment. Let us tell you that the global opium production has declined by 74% in the year 2023. The reason for this decline is 95% reduction in opium production in Afghanistan. While there is an increase of 36% in Myanmar, it is noteworthy that both countries are part of major drug-producing regions, which are Golden Crescent and Golden Triangle. The Golden Crescent is located in South Asia, which includes Afghanistan, Iran, and Pakistan. On the other hand, the Golden Triangle includes areas of Myanmar, Laos, and Thailand. Golden Triangle is one of the oldest narcotics supply routes to Europe and North America. With all the top news we have covered in this bulletin, let's now focus on 5 questions based on all the news covered so far. Questions based on today's bulletin are: first question is, consider the following statements with reference to Banner Ghatta National Park. 1. It was given the status of National Park in 1974. 2. It is located in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. 3. Only dry deciduous scrub forests are found here. How many of the above statements is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none of these. Next question, consider the following statements with reference to Great Indian Bustard. 1. It is an aquatic bird. 2. 2 of its species are found in India. 3. It is categorized as critically endangered in the IUCN Red List. How many of the above statement or statements is or are incorrect? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none of these. Next question, consider the following statements with reference to the Bank for International Settlements. 1. It is a financial institution of the World Bank. 2. It was established in 1930. 3. Its headquarters is in Basel, Switzerland. How many of the above statements is or are incorrect? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none of these. Next question, consider the following statements with reference to Project Rhizotope. 1. It was commenced in the year 2021. 2. It aims to prevent the illegal trade of medicinal herbs. 3. Under this project, radioactive material is injected into live rhino horns. How many of the above statement or statements is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none of these. Last question, consider the following statements with reference to Project Ullas. 1. It is a literacy program. 2. It is a scheme sponsored by the central government. 3. It has been launched for a period of 5 years from 2022 to 2027. How many of the above statements is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none of these. Recently, the Bureau of Financial Services Institution has chosen Challa Srinivasulu Shetty as the next chairman of the State Bank of India. It is noteworthy that Shetty will replace the current chairman Dinesh Khara, whose term will end in August 2024. Let us tell you that the Bureau of Financial Services Institutions has been constituted by the central government with effect from 1st July 2022. Its objective is to recommend persons for appointment as full-time directors and non-executive chairmen on the boards of financial services institutions. Also to advise on matters related to personnel management in these institutions. Recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi mentioned Araku coffee in his Mann Ki Baat program. Let us tell you that Araku Valley Arabica coffee is cultivated in the hilly areas of Visakhapatnam district of Andhra Pradesh and Odisha region. The region is located at an altitude of 900 to 1100 meters above the sea level. The coffee is grown organically by tribal communities, in which special attention is given to organic manure, green manure, and organic pest management. It is noteworthy that Araku coffee has also been granted GI tag in 2019. Recently, DRDO completed 6 consecutive tests of high-speed expendable aerial target Abhyas. These tests were conducted with an advanced radar cross-section, infrared systems and visuals. It has been designed by DRDO's Aeronautical Development Establishment, Bangalore, and produced by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited and Larsen & Toubro. The tests were carried out with an advanced radar cross-section, visual and infrared enhancement systems. During the test, various mission objectives covering safe discharge of booster, launcher clearance and endurance performance were successfully accomplished. This indigenous system is designed for autonomous flight with the help of an autopilot, aircraft integration, pre-flight check and laptop-based ground control system for autonomous flight. It also has a facility to record data during flight for post-flight analysis. Recently, the central government launched 2 geo portals. These include Bhuvan Panchayat 4.0 portal for rural land records and National Database for Emergency Management 5.0. The portals have been created by ISRO. These latest geospatial tools will provide high-resolution satellite images of various locations across the country. It will also help in visualization and planning. Bhuvan is working towards empowering citizens at the rural level and revolutionizing land record management through digitization and land revenue management. While the National Database for Emergency Management 5.0 will provide space-based inputs on natural disasters. This will help reduce disaster risk in India, including neighboring countries. Recently, the central government has extended the Smart City Mission till 31st March 2025. Let us tell you that the Smart Cities Mission is a centrally sponsored scheme that was started in June 2015. Under this mission, cities are to be developed as smart cities. In this, 100 cities have been selected through a competition. Its objective is to improve urban life and provide high-quality facilities to the citizens living in cities. Also, facilities like basic services, efficient urban mobility and transport, energy management, affordable housing, water supply, cleaning and sanitation services, sustainable environment and civil security are to be provided. Recently, Niti Aayog has launched Sampurnata Abhiyan. It is a nationwide campaign which focuses on health, nutrition, agriculture, social development and education. It aims to perform well on 12 key social sector indicators for 500 aspiring blocks and 112 aspiring districts. This campaign will run for 3 months. It will continue till September this year. As part of this campaign, district and block officials will work closely with elected public representatives. Social awareness programs will be organized on 12 identified topics in all aspiring blocks and districts. The programs will observe activities like street plays, nutritious food fairs, health camps, exhibitions, poster making and poetry competitions. Recently, the Ministry of Defence has given a grant to promote Li-Fi technology under the Innovation Initiative for Defence Excellence, that is IDEX. The purpose of this funding is to promote secure wireless communication for the Indian Defence Forces, especially focusing on the unique communication challenges faced in the Navy and modern warfare. Let us tell you that Li-Fi, that is Light Fidelity, is a wireless communication technology that uses visible light for data transmission. This technology is an alternative to Wi-Fi in which visible light spectrum is used instead of radio frequency, whereas this technology uses light-emitting diodes to create high-speed, secure and energy-efficient communication channels. Recently, it was announced that India will host the 46th session of the UNESCO World Heritage Committee. It is to be organized from 21st July at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. More than 2,500 representatives of state parties, advisory bodies, senior diplomats, heritage experts, scholars and researchers from about 195 countries will participate in this event. Let us tell you that the UNESCO World Heritage Committee was established in 1972 during the 17th session of UNESCO. It promotes international peace through education, social sciences and culture and communication. Its objective is to establish peace and security through international cooperation in education and culture. Its headquarters is in Paris. For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.